Imagine if the key to turning your toughest struggles into your most powerful growth moments was uncovered over 2,000 years ago. Picture yourself navigating life's storms with a calm so unshakable, nothing could disturb your inner peace. As the Buddha wisely said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. So what if you could harness the power of your mind to transform every challenge into an opportunity? Sounds like a superpower, right? Today we're exploring the ancient Buddhist principles that can make this your reality. 1. Embracing obstacles as opportunities. In Buddhism, obstacles are not just seen as roadblocks or setbacks. They are viewed as crucial opportunities for personal growth and development. Instead of feeling discouraged or overwhelmed by challenges, Buddhism teaches us to change our perspective and see these obstacles as chances to learn and evolve. Every difficulty we face, whether big or small, carries a lesson that can make us stronger, wiser, and more resilient. By embracing these challenges with an open mind and a positive attitude, we can transform our struggles into stepping stones that lead us toward a more fulfilling and enlightened life. 2. Living in the present moment. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of living fully in the present moment, a practice known as mindfulness. Often we get caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past, which can cause stress and prevent us from enjoying life as it unfolds. By focusing our attention on what is happening right now, whether it's a conversation, a meal, or even a simple breath, we can experience life more vividly and with greater clarity. Living in the present moment helps us to let go of distractions and anxieties, allowing us to find peace, joy, and contentment in the here and now. It's about being fully engaged with the present, appreciating every detail, and finding meaning in each moment. 3. Developing emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is the ability to handle life's challenges and setbacks without being overwhelmed by negative emotions. In Buddhism, developing this resilience is key to maintaining inner peace and balance. Instead of letting emotions like anger, fear, or sadness control us, Buddhism teaches us to observe these feelings without getting caught up in them. By practicing mindfulness and self-awareness, we can learn to respond to difficulties with calm and clarity rather than reacting impulsively. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but rather understanding them and choosing how to act. Over time, this practice builds emotional strength, helping us to remain steady and composed even in the face of life's storms. With emotional resilience, we become better equipped to navigate life's ups and downs, leading to greater stability and well-being. 4. Building self-discipline. Self-discipline is the foundation of personal growth and success, and in Buddhism it's considered essential for leading a balanced and meaningful life. Building self-discipline means developing the ability to control your impulses, stay committed to your goals, and consistently make choices that align with your values. It's about creating and maintaining healthy habits, whether it's through regular meditation, mindful eating, or sticking to a daily routine. Self-discipline helps you overcome procrastination, resist distractions, and remain focused on what truly matters. In Buddhism, this discipline is not about rigidly following rules, but about cultivating the inner strength to live a life of purpose and integrity. By practicing self-discipline, you can achieve a sense of accomplishment and inner peace, knowing that you are living in harmony with your true self. 5. Not caring. What others think Buddhism teaches that true freedom comes from within, and one of the ways to achieve this freedom is by not being overly concerned with what others think of you. Often we spend too much time worrying about how we are perceived by others, which can lead to stress, anxiety, and even the abandonment of our true selves. In Buddhism, the focus is on finding inner validation and understanding that your worth is not determined by external opinions or societal expectations. By letting go of the need for approval from others, you can live more authentically, making decisions that align with your own values and beliefs, rather than trying to meet the expectations of others. This doesn't mean you become insensitive to others' feelings, but rather that you prioritize your own inner peace and happiness. When you stop worrying about what others think, you free yourself to live a life that is true to who you really are. 6. Building mental strength. Mental strength is a core concept in Buddhism and is essential for navigating life's challenges with resilience and clarity. Building mental strength involves training your mind to remain calm, focused, and balanced, even in difficult situations. In a world full of distractions, stress, and constant change, developing mental strength is more important than ever. Buddhism teaches that the mind is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. This mental training often starts with practices like meditation, mindfulness, and contemplation. Through regular meditation, you learn to quiet the mind, detach from unnecessary worries, and cultivate a sense of inner calm. Mindfulness, on the other hand, helps you stay present and fully engaged in each moment, reducing the impact of negative thoughts and emotions. Building mental strength also means developing the ability to let go of things you cannot control. Many of our mental struggles come from trying to control the uncontrollable, whether it's other people's behavior, the future, or past events. Buddhism encourages us to accept what is, without resistance or attachment. This acceptance doesn't mean passivity. It means understanding the reality of a situation and choosing how to respond wisely rather than reacting impulsively. Mental strength involves cultivating a positive mindset, even in the face of adversity. In Buddhism, this is often achieved through practices like loving-kindness meditation, where you actively generate feelings of compassion and goodwill towards yourself and others. By regularly engaging in these practices, you can rewire your brain to focus on positivity and resilience, rather than being overwhelmed by negative thoughts. Another key aspect of mental strength is emotional regulation. Buddhism teaches that emotions are natural, but they do not have to dictate your actions. By observing your emotions with mindfulness, you can learn to manage them effectively, preventing them from leading you into destructive behaviors or thought patterns. Building mental strength through Buddhist practices allows you to approach life with a sense of equanimity, a balanced, composed state of mind that remains unshaken by the highs and lows of existence. This mental fortitude not only helps you cope with life's challenges, but also enables you to live with greater peace, purpose, and joy. Over time, as your mental strength grows, you'll find yourself better equipped to handle whatever life throws your way, staying true to your values and inner wisdom. 7. Embrace impermanence. Impermanence, or Anicca, is one of the most fundamental teachings in Buddhism, and understanding it can profoundly transform the way we live our lives. Impermanence refers to the idea that everything in life is in a constant state of flux. Nothing remains the same forever. Whether it's our emotions, our relationships, our successes, or even our failures, everything is transient. By fully embracing this truth, we can learn to navigate life's changes with greater ease and wisdom. At first, the concept of impermanence might seem unsettling. It's natural to seek stability and permanence in our lives, whether it's through relationships, material possessions, or personal achievements. We often cling to the things we love, fearing their loss. However, Buddhism teaches that this clinging is a primary source of suffering. When we expect things to remain the same, we set ourselves up for disappointment, as change is inevitable. By embracing impermanence, we can begin to let go of our attachments and the fear that often accompanies them. For example, when we accept that relationships may change, we can appreciate them more fully in the present moment, rather than worrying about their future. Similarly, when we understand that material possessions are temporary, we can enjoy them without becoming overly attached or defined by them. Impermanence also encourages us to live more fully in the present moment. Knowing that everything is fleeting can inspire us to cherish each experience, each interaction, and each moment as it comes, without taking anything for granted. This awareness can deepen our appreciation for life, making us more mindful of the beauty and richness in everyday experiences. Embracing impermanence can help us cope with difficult situations. When we're faced with hardship or loss, the knowledge that this too shall pass can provide comfort and hope. It reminds us that pain is not permanent and better days will come. This understanding allows us to endure tough times with greater resilience, knowing that change is the only constant. In a broader sense, accepting impermanence can lead to a profound sense of liberation. When we no longer cling to the idea of permanence, we free ourselves from the fear of loss and the anxiety of the unknown. This freedom allows us to live with greater spontaneity and openness, welcoming new experiences without the need to control or predict their outcomes. Embracing impermanence also teaches us humility. It reminds us that our successes and failures are not fixed, but part of a larger, ever-changing process. This perspective can help us stay grounded, preventing us from becoming overly proud in times of success or overly discouraged in times of failure. In practical terms, embracing impermanence means being flexible and adaptable. Life will inevitably throw unexpected challenges our way, and by accepting change as a natural part of life, we can respond with creativity and resilience. Instead of resisting change or trying to hold on to the past, we can flow with the natural rhythm of life, adjusting our course as needed. The Buddhist teaching of impermanence invites us to live with a sense of acceptance and peace. By recognizing and embracing the transient nature of all things, we can release our attachments, reduce our suffering, and cultivate a deeper, more meaningful connection with the world around us. This acceptance doesn't lead to passivity, but rather empowers us to engage with life fully, with an open heart and a clear mind, ready to embrace whatever comes our way. 8. Let go of attachment. Attachment is a central concept in Buddhism, and learning to let go of attachment is crucial for achieving inner peace and true happiness. In the Buddhist context, attachment refers to the tendency to cling to people, objects, ideas, or outcomes in the belief that they will bring us lasting happiness or fulfillment. However, Buddhism teaches that attachment is one of the primary sources of suffering, as it often leads to disappointment, anxiety, and a sense of lack when things don't go as we expect. We often attach ourselves to things that we believe are essential for our happiness, whether it's a relationship, a job, a material possession, or even our own ideas and beliefs. While these things can bring temporary satisfaction, Buddhism reminds us that nothing in life is permanent, and clinging to impermanent things only sets us up for suffering. When we hold on too tightly, we become afraid of losing what we have or not getting what we desire, which leads to a cycle of fear, craving, and dissatisfaction. Letting go of attachment doesn't mean that we should renounce all our desires or live a life of deprivation. Instead, it's about recognizing that our happiness and sense of self-worth shouldn't be dependent on external factors. It's about cultivating a mindset of non-attachment where we can enjoy life's pleasures and engage in relationships without becoming overly attached to them. This doesn't mean we care less, but rather that we learn to care in a way that is free from clinging and possessiveness. One of the first steps in letting go of attachment is developing awareness of our attachments. This requires mindfulness, becoming conscious of the things, people, or outcomes that we are clinging to and understanding how they influence our emotions and behavior. Through mindfulness, we can observe how our attachments create suffering and begin to loosen their grip on us. For example, if we notice that we are overly attached to the approval of others, we can start to question why we seek that validation and how it affects our sense of self. Another key aspect of letting go of attachment is embracing impermanence. By recognizing that everything in life is transient, relationships, material possessions, even our own thoughts and feelings, we can begin to release our need to hold on tightly. This doesn't mean that we stop caring or that we become indifferent, but rather that we accept the natural flow of life and allow things to come and go without resistance. When we understand that everything is impermanent, we can enjoy the present moment more fully without being consumed by fear of loss. Letting go of attachment also involves developing a sense of inner contentment and self-sufficiency. Instead of looking to external things or people to fulfill us, Buddhism encourages us to find contentment within ourselves. This might involve cultivating qualities like self-love, compassion, and inner peace, which provide a stable foundation for happiness that isn't dependent on external circumstances. When we are content within ourselves, we are less likely to cling to things outside of us for validation or security. In relationships, letting go of attachment means loving without clinging or trying to control the other person. It's about allowing others the freedom to be themselves and recognizing that love is not about possession, but about connection and mutual respect. This type of love is often referred to as unconditional love in Buddhism, where we care deeply for others without expecting anything in return or needing them to fulfill our own desires. Another important practice in letting go of attachment is learning to release our attachment to specific outcomes. Often we become attached to the idea of how things should be, whether it's our career path, our relationships, or our life goals. When things don't go as planned, this attachment can lead to frustration and disappointment. By letting go of rigid expectations, we open ourselves to new possibilities and allow life to unfold in its own way, trusting that everything happens for a reason. Letting go of attachment is also about releasing our attachment to our own ego. The ego is often driven by a need for recognition, success, and validation, which can lead to a constant striving for more. Buddhism teaches that true peace comes from transcending the ego and realizing that our true nature is beyond these external identifications. By letting go of the need to prove ourselves or achieve external success, we can find a deeper sense of fulfillment that is not dependent on anything outside of us. Letting go of attachment is a gradual process. It requires patience, mindfulness, and self-compassion. It's about making small shifts in how we perceive and interact with the world, gradually loosening the grip of attachment on our hearts and minds. As we let go, we find that we are freer, lighter, and more at peace. 9. Practice gratitude. Daily. Gratitude is a powerful and transformative practice in Buddhism, one that can significantly enhance our overall sense of well-being and happiness. Practicing gratitude daily involves consciously focusing on the positive aspects of life, appreciating what we have rather than lamenting what we lack. In Buddhism, gratitude is not just a fleeting emotion, but a fundamental attitude that can reshape our entire outlook on life. The practice of gratitude begins with a simple yet profound shift in perspective. Instead of taking things for granted, we start to notice and acknowledge the many blessings in our lives. This could be as basic as appreciating the food we eat, the shelter we have, the health we enjoy, or the people who care about us. By bringing these blessings into our awareness, we counterbalance the natural human tendency to focus on what's missing or what's wrong. Gratitude in Buddhism is also about recognizing the interdependence of all things. Nothing we have or experience exists in isolation. Everything is the result of countless conditions and efforts by others. For instance, the food on our plate is the result of the work of farmers, the transport systems that delivered it, the natural elements that nurtured it, and much more. By recognizing this interconnectedness, we cultivate a deep sense of appreciation for the world around us and the web of life that sustains us. One of the most effective ways to cultivate gratitude is through a daily gratitude practice. This could be as simple as keeping a gratitude journal where you write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. These can be big or small. What matters is the act of reflection and acknowledgement. Over time, this practice can train your mind to seek out and focus on the positive aspects of your life, even in the midst of challenges. This shift in focus can lead to increased happiness, better relationships, and a more optimistic outlook. Gratitude also plays a vital role in developing contentment. In a culture that often promotes the pursuit of more wealth, more success, more possessions, gratitude teaches us to appreciate what we already have. It helps us realize that true wealth lies not in accumulating more, but in being content with what we have. When we practice gratitude, we shift from a mindset of scarcity and lack to one of abundance and sufficiency. This doesn't mean we stop striving for improvement, but rather that we do so from a place of contentment rather than dissatisfaction. Gratitude is deeply connected to the Buddhist practice of mindfulness. When we are mindful, we are fully present in the moment, and in this state, we can more easily notice and appreciate the blessings around us. Mindful gratitude allows us to savor life's experiences, whether it's enjoying a warm cup of tea, feeling the sun on our skin, or spending time with loved ones. By being present and grateful in each moment, we enhance our capacity for joy and fulfillment. Another important aspect of gratitude in Buddhism is its role in fostering compassion and kindness. When we are grateful for the kindness of others and the support we receive, we naturally feel more inclined to give back and spread kindness in return. Gratitude opens our hearts, making us more empathetic and generous. It reminds us that we are all interconnected and that our well-being is intertwined with the well-being of others. Practicing gratitude also helps us move through hard times with more strength and resilience. When life brings challenges, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by negative thoughts. But with a gratitude practice, we can still find small things to appreciate, even during difficult moments. This does not mean denying the struggles we face. Instead, it means balancing them with an awareness of the good that is still present. Gratitude can offer hope and inner strength, helping us face and overcome hardships with calm and grace. Gratitude is also a strong counter to negative emotions like envy, resentment, and frustration. When we focus on what we already have and truly value it, there is less space for these emotions to grow. Gratitude shifts our attention away from comparison and toward appreciation, creating a deeper sense of satisfaction with our own lives. This change in focus naturally brings more inner peace and contentment. In Buddhism, gratitude is not only for pleasant moments or easy experiences. It also includes the challenges we face. Difficulties, too, can be seen as chances to grow, learn, and deepen our understanding. By feeling grateful for our challenges, we can turn them into meaningful lessons that support our personal and spiritual growth. 10. Prioritize inner peace. In Buddhism, inner peace is often seen as the highest goal, a state of calm, balance, and contentment that is not disturbed by outside conditions. Choosing to prioritize inner peace means consciously caring for your mental and emotional well-being, even in a busy and chaotic world. It involves developing inner calm and balance so you can face life's difficulties with clarity and grace. The path to inner peace begins with the understanding that real peace comes from within, not from achievements, possessions, or external situations. In a world that places great value on success, money, and status, Buddhism offers another view. Lasting peace and happiness are found by looking inward. This does not mean turning away from life, but engaging with it while staying grounded and steady. One of the most important practices for cultivating inner peace in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation helps calm the mind, release stress, and reconnect with our true nature. With regular practice, we learn to watch our thoughts and emotions without getting pulled into them. This distance from the constant mental noise allows us to see more clearly and respond to life with calm and wisdom, instead of reacting from fear or anger. Over time, meditation strengthens our inner peace, making it easier to stay centered even during difficult moments. Mindfulness is another key practice for protecting inner peace. Mindfulness means being fully present, aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judging them. By practicing mindfulness, we keep our minds from being overwhelmed by future worries or past regrets. Staying present helps us experience life more deeply and find peace in simply being. Mindfulness also allows us to notice when our peace is disturbed, giving us the chance to gently restore balance. Prioritizing inner peace also means letting go of what disrupts it. This may include loosening attachment to material things, stepping away from unhealthy relationships, or releasing negative thought patterns that create stress. It also involves setting clear boundaries to protect your peace, such as limiting negative influences, saying no to draining commitments, or creating a calm and supportive home environment. By releasing what no longer supports us, we make room for peace to grow in our lives. An important part of sustaining inner peace is developing an attitude of acceptance. Life often brings unexpected changes and situations that are beyond our control. When we accept things as they are, instead of resisting or wishing they were different, we reduce the inner stress that comes from struggling with reality. Acceptance does not mean giving up or becoming passive. It means meeting life's challenges with calm awareness and understanding. This mindset helps us stay peaceful, even when outcomes don't match our expectations. Compassion is another key element of inner peace. In Buddhism, true peace is closely linked with compassion for others. When we act with kindness and empathy, we support the well-being of those around us, while also strengthening our own inner calm. Compassion helps soften the ego, easing conflict and encouraging more harmonious relationships. It allows us to meet others with patience and understanding, creating a peaceful space where we can grow and thrive. Gratitude, as mentioned earlier, also plays an important role in nurturing inner peace. When we focus on the good already present in our lives, our attention moves away from what is missing, easing the dissatisfaction that disturbs inner peace. Practicing gratitude helps develop a positive outlook that naturally supports calm and balance. Another important part of protecting inner peace is building emotional resilience. Life has its highs and lows, and experiencing different emotions is part of being human. By strengthening emotional resilience, we can stay grounded and peaceful even during difficult times. This strength comes from understanding that emotions are temporary and learning not to be carried away by them. Through mindfulness and meditation, we learn to observe our emotions without letting them control us. This awareness helps us maintain inner calm, even when life feels uncertain or challenging. Prioritizing inner peace also means choosing simplicity. In a world that celebrates constant busyness, a simpler life becomes a powerful source of calm. This may mean clearing physical clutter, letting go of unnecessary commitments, or slowing down your daily pace. By simplifying, we release the pressure to do and own too much, creating space for what truly matters, things that bring real joy, meaning, and peace. In Buddhism, inner peace is strongly linked to the practice of non-attachment. Non-attachment does not mean being careless or disconnected from life. It means not holding too tightly to things we cannot control. This includes releasing strong attachments to desires, opinions, outcomes, or the need to always be right. By practicing non-attachment, we ease inner conflict and let go of the struggle to control what is always changing. This helps us move beyond emotional ups and downs and remain more balanced and calm. Inner peace does not happen instantly. It is built through daily practice and steady effort. This can include meditation, mindful breathing, quiet reflection, or simply allowing yourself time each day to slow down and rest. When inner peace becomes a priority, it creates a solid foundation for a life that is not just successful, but deeply meaningful and joyful. Living with inner peace brings clarity, compassion, and satisfaction. It helps us face life's challenges with a calm mind and an open heart. This peaceful presence naturally spreads outward, influencing others with patience, understanding, and kindness. When inner peace becomes the foundation of our lives, we naturally align with the deeper teachings of Buddhism and move toward a life that feels balanced, harmonious, and meaningful. These 10 principles are not meant to be ideas we simply think about. They are practices meant to be lived. When we truly apply them, they can transform our lives from the inside out. Start by bringing them gently into your daily routine and notice how your life begins to shift in subtle but powerful ways. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more reflections on mindful and meaningful living. And let us know in the comments which principle spoke to you the most.